Everybody, and welcome into the Weekly Warrior Preview. I'm Donette Logan with Jerry Young. And Jerry, round two.
Round two. We made it past round one, had a good win over Huntsville. We're going to talk about Vestavia a little bit coming up, though.
We are. We're also going to talk to Mothershed and Mike Dujon to kind of find out their take on this year's season, and Coach Freeman, plus other sports are underway. Let's look at all that after this messages.
Serenity Salon and Spa in Helena offers hair services for men and women, facials, makeup application, and waxing. Book an appointment at serenity-salonandspa.com or call 205-624-2030. Visit them at 123 Ace Place in Helena.
Shelby Fence Company is a local family-owned business serving Shelby County and surrounding areas since 1989. You can count on our team of highly experienced installers to give you quality products, expert installation, and friendly customer service. For your next fence project, remember Shelby Fence Company in Alabaster.
For quality pest control service from an experienced and reliable company, Mr. Bugs offers residential and commercial pest and termite control service. Mr. Bugs Pest Patrol, 205-663-1919.
Welcome back to the Weekly Warrior Preview. And Jerry, before we get to Vestavia, let's take a step back.
Well, Huntsville came in, good football team, had a lot of speed. They hit hard, but, we beat them 34-0. The big story out of that game is I can't remember the amount, 342 yards passing for Trent Seaborn. What a show he put on.
Yeah.
Great job. AJ scored a touchdown. Dujon scored a touchdown. And then, of course, Trent lit up the board.
It was a great game to watch. More of a blowout than what I expected. I thought it'd be kind of more of a football game, but we'll take the win.
That's right.
I know Huntsville fans didn't really travel that far, so it kind of probably worked out best. But congrats to Huntsville for making it that far, and now we move on to a team that we saw before already, and it's kind of tricky.
Okay, let me tell you something. We hurt their quarterback last time we played them. They got a chip on their shoulder. They've been playing great football. Vestavia is a very good football team. We've been their motivation to get this far. I'll put it that way. They want to play us really, really bad, and they are a very good football team. They're playing the best football right now probably of any team in Region 3 as far as most improved team over this year. Okay?
Yeah, they're really clicking on all cylinders with a new coach, and you can just tell they've really come together on that field.
Absolutely. So they would like nothing better than to knock us off. We know that. They're going to come into this game with more energy than we've ever seen from a team visiting Warrior Stadium. I'm telling you, they're going to be on cloud nine. They're going to be charged up, fired up, and we're going to have to match that emotion in order to stay with them there at the first of the game. Are they as talented as us? I don't know. We know they're a talented football team. I don't know that they've got any five-star recruit type players on the team, but that doesn't matter. They play as a team. They're going to be ready for us. We're going to have to be ready for them. Round two is a tough ball game for us.
And if you remember correctly, we watched that game going back. They're one of the teams that figured out real quick, block AJ Green.
Yes.
So they figure out what we're doing after play, that their coaches are tuned in, watching everything, and they are shifting constantly their play movement. And they're also want to kind of make you want to jump real fast too.
Yeah.
So.
And last week we ran fast plays. I think we got off like 60-something plays. So, and there again, is that going to be well? Will Trent start? Those questions won't be answered until Friday night. So we don't know exactly who's going to start back there, but we do know this. We know we're going to run a faster game on offense. We'll be getting the ball out quicker. Those short passes are hard to defend. We getting those 5, 6, 7 yard plays on first down that really helps us move the ball down the field. I'm looking forward to this game.
Yeah.
To say I'm not nervous would be unfair, but our defense has got to play. I tell you what it is. Our great players have got to play great, okay? Our good players, guess what? They got to play great.
And no penalties.
That's right. And we've been doing a lot better on that. But everybody's got to come together. This has got to be a total team effort. These guys are going to be ready to play.
You know, one guy you can't help but notice him on the field because he kind of stands out with that height is Roman Mothershed. He's really leading this team, and you'll see him every week, play after play, giving his all, and he pumps up the guys on the sidelines. I want to talk to him a little bit about this season and get to know him away from the game. Roman Mothershed joins us now, and I kind of joked earlier, how tall are you? I have to ask that first.
Like 6'4.5", 6'5".
Yeah, I kind of noticed you on the field right away. I'm
Yes,
5'2", so this is I'm going to look up to you for this interview. Talk to me a little bit about this season for you guys. You had a hiccup start to this season, but you've kind of got things clicking. Like this last game, it really showed. What do you think some of the struggles you guys have overcome have been?
Really, we had a lot of new players and stuff. So the first 2 games, it was really good teams,
Right.
and we were all starting to gel together. So we kind of had difficulties like gelling together, and then from the third through all the rest of the games, we all found our roles and stuff. So we all started playing together. So we started clicking more. And then the last game, it all really came together for us. And on the offensive side of the ball, especially throwing the ball better.
Yeah, like I said each week that the offense is trying to find their identity, and it
Yeah,
looked
yes,
like you guys were finding it this past season. I know on the field you're clicking. Do you guys do anything away from the game to kind of work together, make that bond stronger?
Like on Thursdays and stuff, we go over someone's house, like a quarterback or a receiver, and we have a team dinner, and we all spend time together, and we'll either talk about the game or watch TV or something, just to really have to grow our bond as a receiving core.
So I have to ask you about your talent.
Yes, ma'am.
I've heard you sing. They've played on the Jumbotron. You have an amazing voice.
Thank you.
Has that something you've always been able to do, or how did you realize you could be a singer?
I'm not gonna lie. I think I was young, and I was at church one day, and they was making me sing, and then since then, everybody knew I could sing, and I don't know, I just ran with it. I just kept singing.
So would I put you on the spot if I asked you to sing something real quick?
Sing what? I don't even know what to sing.
You can do one line of Amazing Grace. How about that?
Okay.
Okay.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. I don't even know if I sung the Lord. I don't even know.
Was perfect. See, I wanted everybody to hear that because when I heard it on the Jumbotron in here, I was like,
Yes,
"Is that
ma'am.
Mothershed?" They go, "Yeah." That was unbelievable. You were very talented, obviously, on that and on the field. Talk about what else you like to do away from the game.
I like music. I don't sing. I like
Obviously.
music a lot.
Yeah.
And I read. I ain't gonna lie. I like
Yeah.
reading. And like the Percy Jackson series, I'm reading that right now. So I mean, that's just one thing I do.
Well, it's been a pleasure to kind of get to know you this year and meet you and have this time to talk with you a little
Yes,
bit. So thank you so much, and I know we'll see you do big things Friday night too.
Yes,
We're
ma'am.
gonna have more Warrior Nation Network after this. Brooklear Pharmacy on Highway 119 is a full-service pharmacy that provides top-quality products and hometown service at competitive prices. The Brooklear family has been in business for more than 50 years and is proud to be a part of Alabaster.
Hey Warrior Nation, it's Kim Scherer with Keller Williams Metro South and Kim Scherer & Company, and I'm here with my amazing team of real estate agents who are ready to serve you in the Alabaster area. I've been a part of the Warrior Nation since the 1970s, graduated in 93. My husband graduated in 91. I'm taking it back old school with the Letterman's jacket, but we're excited to serve you in this community with any real estate needs you have, and we just want to say, go Warriors!
At Albritton and Artavino Family Dentistry, we know how valuable your time is. So if it's a crown you need, let us take care of it with our same-day crown service. We have the latest technology allowing us to build your custom crown right here in our office while you wait. Albritton and Artavino Family Dentistry is here to serve you.
Welcome back to the Weekly Warrior Preview. Jerry, if you like any sport at all, it's going on at Thompson this week.
That's right. Well, hey, basketball started up, wrestling.
Yes.
Right?
This week they had their red and black duels for wrestling to kind of figure out who their starters will be. They wrestle each other. They have matches just about every single weekend at the middle school and high school starting on the 12th. So it'll be a busy, busy time for our wrestlers. Coach Sean has done amazing things with that team. He's had those state titles back to back. They have more than any other sport at Thompson. So I'm sure this year will be no different.
Yeah. And speaking of other sports going on, basketball, as I mentioned, Coach DJ Black takes over. His first game is this week, so we'll get the basketball season kicked off. I'm looking forward to doing that, and we're gonna broadcast some wrestling events this
We
fall,
are. And then Coach Morty Smith also with his ladies kind of going back, hoping to go all the way to state this year. He's really made a lot of changes on that program we've seen the past couple years and developed that team to be just ladies on the court and away from it, and you're really seeing it with his athletes.
Yeah, I agree. And girls and I should say women and men's. Is that how we say it now in high school? It used to be girls and boys.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be a fun season to watch.
It definitely is. And you can catch Jerry giving you all the highlights on Warrior Nation Network. He'll bring some of the basketball games and the wrestling matches, as you mentioned, and I may stop in one or two for you.
Hey, bear with me when I call a wrestling match, okay?
It's a little different. It's hard.
It's just not my sport, but, I know when they pin him and he goes, bam, he's pinned, I got that, okay?
We're all
Other than
learn it
that, I'm
together.
going to need some help.
We'll learn it together.
Okay.
You know, one guy that has really learned a lot and grown on the field, going back to football, is Mike Dujon.
Yeah, I talked to his mother at the game this week, and she's just a pleasant person to be around. I really enjoyed speaking. She really
is. I've kind of got to know her and been friends with her for the past couple of years. Her son's the same age as mine, and Mike had a decision a couple of years ago to make basketball or football. Where did he want to go? Where did he want to focus? He started working with Simeon Castile to kind of help tune in where he wanted to be, and we want to talk to him to find out more about that. Mike Dujon joins us now. And Mike, you're one of the younger starters on our team, or team members. You're a sophomore. Talk about being one of the younger guys in this offensive line and the role that you're having this year.
Really, I'm here for AJ if in case he gets tired, but I'm trying to work in and get my position and just trying to do the best I can.
And you really are. You're shining. I think we've seen you score touchdown after touchdown. And one thing I love when I'm down here on the field is I hear the student section go, Dujon. And I know you have to hear it. They've done it for years. When you hear that, how's that kind of get you going a little bit more?
It really gives me motivation, and it shows me that the love that they have for me, and it just keeps me going.
We see you on the field, but people may not know is you were a very smart young man. Academics is big for you. I think you were in Digest Beta Club, and you've got, you've always made National Honor Society and things. How do you balance that?
It's sometimes difficult to balance it, but my mom, she stays on top of me about my grades, how school comes first, and I'm blessed to be able to balance that.
Now, this year you got to escort your sister out for homecoming court at the high school, and she's here cheering on the field. So it's become a family thing for you guys. That moment when you knew you got to escort her out, just talk about that a little bit.
I was a little nervous, and I didn't really get to practice it, but we just had to wing it, and then she had to guide me because we were in the weight room getting ready for the pep rally. And then it was just it felt unreal because it was just me and my sister at homecoming.
And you guys have a great bond. It's close. I kind of like seeing that during the pep rally, you walking her out. I know that was important to you, your mom, and to her. So I want to ask you about this season. Obviously, we've seen you do a lot on the field and doing a lot of big things. And I talked to Roman earlier about the first two games that you played great teams and the chemistry was a little off, it seemed like. And you guys are clicking better now. How is that coming together for you guys?
Well, on Thursdays, we always come together. We eat together, and we either go to somebody's house. And we also, on Sundays, sometimes we go in the indoor and we practice routes, and then we go over film.
Just finding ways to kind of connect more. Well, Mike, it's been awesome to watch you play, especially because I feel like I've watched you grow up. And I know one thing I want to ask you, because I mention it every week, is your training with Simeon Castile. Talk about what role he's played with you developing as an athlete.
Well, I've been with him since I was in the 2nd or 3rd grade, and then he just built me up and always pushed me to become better, always stayed on top of me, and he's been like a role model for me. And he always pushed me to do my best and made me set myself to a higher example.
And I think he is very proud of what he sees from me this season. Mike, thank you so much. We'll have more with the Warrior preview after this.
Do you have big dreams for your holiday lighting this year? Decorating the exterior of your home can result in lots of work and frustration. But with Outdoor Lighting Perspectives, you don't have to lift a finger. We are a full-service outdoor lighting company that designs, installs, removes, and even stores your holiday lights for you. To welcome your guests with holiday cheer this season, contact us for your complimentary design consultation today.
Mainline Heating and Air Conditioning has been providing quality products since 1989. They love giving back to the community, and they service all of the greater Birmingham area. Call them today or go to mainlineheating.com.
Welcome back to the Weekly Warrior Preview. Jerry, we talked earlier about Vestavia. They've seen us. They know us. We've got to be prepared for it.
Yeah, and I asked Coach Freeman about what I talked about earlier. How about the energy level of Vestavia coming into Warrior Stadium?
All right, Coach. Round 1 in the books. Great win. We advance on to round 2. Vestavia Hills comes in. They're going to be fired up, aren't they?
We're going to be fired up too. That's good. They need to be fired up. We need to be fired up. If you're playing football and it's dark at practice this time of year, it means something good's going on. And you're right. It'll be a great game. And man, we look forward to it.
You know, they've only lost one game since they lost to us. That was to Hewitt-Trussville. They've run up some points, and they're playing better than they did when they played us. Of course, we're playing a lot better too, and I think we're ready for them, don't you?
Yes, sir. I think that we're not perfect yet, but we played better last week, and the deal is to get better. And in the playoffs, you want to be peaking, and we got better last week. We've had a good week of practice this week, and you know we worry about ourselves, and we can't worry about who we play. And this week we're playing Vestavia. We know it, but we're playing ourselves. If we do what we need to do, that's what we've always done here. Do what we do and do it right, and we got a chance. And so far, we've had 2 good days of practice.
All right, let's revisit the home field advantage again. I always like to talk about that. It's always a plus this time of the year. Great crowd last week, even though we didn't have a sellout crowd on on Huntsville side. I said that last week. I don't know why I had Sparkman in mind, but Huntsville side. But this time it's going to be a sellout. Vestavia is going to bring a big crowd, but we will too. It's always important to me to have that big crowd here for a playoff game.
Yeah, it helps. And you know the momentum of the game. You see it every Saturday in college football. You know they talk about going in Tiger Stadium on Saturday night, and the way you get the signals in, your calls in, the home field can be a huge advantage. And yeah, thank God that we've worked our way into having home field this week, and look forward to our crowd being here.
All right, Coach. Thanks for joining us. Good luck.
Thank you, Jerry.
A big thanks to Coach Freeman for letting us be a part of his season during practice and going out there. And a big thank you to our sponsors who watch and make this show possible each and every week. We want you guys to watch us Friday night at Warrior Stadium. And if you're not at the game, where can you see it?
Yeah, WarriorNationNetwork.org, as you can every single week. You can listen for free. And, of course, if you don't have a subscription by now to the NFHS Network, shame on you. I'm telling you. Philip Pritchard and his group at Video Visions Media Marketing, it's off the charts what we do. I'm telling you. Philip even created a new little flip when we go to replays now. It's high quality.
And that brings us to a good point. Vestavia has a broadcast team as well. So when you go to NFHS, you want to make sure you have the one that says published by Thompson. That's what you want to watch. You can hear the game. We have audio. You see the game.
Last time some people clicked on Vestavia's, what she's talking about, had no audio. We got the complaints. Make sure you click on published by Thompson.
And if you're watching this in Warrior Stadium, go ahead and text your friends right now and let them know published by Thompson's the one to watch.
That's right.
So we'll see you Friday night at Warrior Stadium at 7 o'clock.